Hello everyone, I'm Alex and welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are doing well. In today's video we're going to be watching more of Welcome to Plathville, the TV show about religious people who scare me. I've got my white chocolate Costa coffee because it's nearly Christmas time, which means that we should like spread some spirit, share some spirit, watch my podcast. It's over on Spotify right now. I greatly appreciate it if you went over to Spotify, looked at the Internet Sensation podcast and followed it. But, let's get into the video.
So, like, you couldn't go that way and then cut up?
You need to think of the back way, I'll go the back way. A lot of times driving, we take a different route than you might expect, because a couple months ago I found out my parents moved to Cairo. I was like, really? It's kind of close. And I found out the house they bought is like practically 3 blocks up. It's like 0.3 miles from our house.
So he moved away with his significant other, and then his parents hunted him down. Scary, ominous music. They hunted him down so that they could watch his every move. Talk about overbearing. You don't need to look after him. You've got God for that. He can see everything. Let him worry about it.
I mean, I can't go to the grocery store or go to work without practically driving right by it.
Of all the houses they could have bought and moved into, of course, they had to pick one like 0.3 miles from my house.
Do you take a different route to town?
But I don't want them to know that.
That's mental. Could you imagine having in-laws that are so terrifying that you have to lie about the way that you get to Tesco just in case they watch the TV series you're on and literally try and come and find you? This is like Get Out, but it's just religious crazy nut jobs, and they just want to steal the life of the young and innocent. Hang on, no, that is basically Get Out. This is insane. This is so intense as well. This should be a movie where people try and escape their crazed religious in-laws. Sounds like Christmas. Joking. My family are nothing like that. I quite like my family. Cheap joke. If you didn't know me, you'd find that funny. Because you go, oh, wow, maybe Alex has crazy in-laws. But it's a lie. So don't worry about it.
I just took my hair out, so take it slow.
Not only did my parents move so close, but then Mike and Mariah also are renting a house 2 streets up. So everyone's right here.
Last year, Ethan and I took Mike and Mariah under our wing a lot, and this year it looks a whole lot different because now they're all flying on their own and doing their own thing, making their own friends, so we don't see them as often. But when we do, we have fun.
So the parents are basically like trying to watch over their kids who have flown the nest, who have tried to get away, to make sure that, I suppose, that their beliefs and system of living doesn't change. That's so odd. Absolutely horrifying. I'm trying to imagine what it would be like to have parents like that. Parents who were like, oh, gonna just make sure that we install cameras in your house to see if you're still eating your vegetables. Because if you're not eating your vegetables, you're coming home with me.
I don't want to be conspicuous.
I don't think we can help it. We've been married for
Almost 2 years.
Yeah. Since last year, a lot has happened in our relationship between me and Olivia and my parents and my siblings, just the family dynamics. Yeah, a lot has happened. It's kind of hard to say, but...
Is he at gunpoint? Is he being held at gunpoint? Is he not allowed to express himself as a human being? Is that what's going on in this show? I feel like this bloke is being relatively, held at some form of blackmail here. Why wouldn't he talk about it? It's a TV show. What's the risk? What happens? What happens if he says something out of line? I don't know. It's ominous, and I don't like it at all.
Where do I start?
During last year, we were allowed to see the kids some, and then last fall, everything just completely changed. We were not allowed to see the kids at all. It was just toxic.
They're not allowed to see the children. I mean, I suppose like his family members, his relatives? He's not allowed to see them anymore because of the fact that he's been driving around in Brum, apparently, for the last few years, and he might have picked up some terrible, terrible, terrible stuff from the CBBC channel. My man is driving Brum. Can we get a picture of the car on screen, please, and Brum? It's the same car. Maybe get the Brum sound effect, the horn. Whatever it is, I don't know. I haven't watched Brum in a long time, I'm a grown adult. But you can't really hide from your crazy parents when you're riding around in Brum. Like, I would see Brum go down the street and I go, wow, that's quite a sight. I can't really miss that.
It really does hurt not being able to see them. That's really hard. It's very, very frustrating. I have a lot of frustration that I am trying to deal with. Like, why am I not allowed to see my siblings unsupervised? But we needed space as a couple, so we decided that meant no contact with my parents.
That's crazy. I couldn't imagine that. That's sad. The show's really quite sad. It's got a sad, like almost ominous twinge to it. So let's watch the next part in this, which is Olivia's mother-in-law drama. Don't know what that could be. They probably followed her to the shop and then stole stuff out of her basket so they were eating right, eating in the name of the Lord. They were like, oh, too many cookies in there. God would not approve. Don't know if that's the type of thing that God really gets upset about, but to be honest, he gets upset about a lot of stuff that I honestly am not fussed about. So, it's a bit of a loopy one, isn't he?
I'm on my way to pick up Mariah because tomorrow morning, Mariah and I are flying to San Francisco. And Mariah is so excited. I'm really excited to go back because I love San Francisco.
It's crazy that they're 21 and married. That makes me feel either like I've missed out on so much or that I'm lonely. There's going to be a positive twist here, but I don't really have one.
But when I approached Kim about it, she was very hesitant because they don't trust me and they don't trust Mariah. And they know I have different values and different priorities than them. I have felt very negative about Kim because even when Ethan and I were dating, I was criticized for what kind of toothpaste I used or what I ate or what I wore or what I did.
I was joking. I was trying to make a joke. Like, oh, they're going to steal the food. No, that is what they do. Toothpaste. What have they gone? Well, you see it says 9 out of 10. Dentist approve. Well, God is the greatest dentist of all, and he says no. He does not like your pearly whites.
I feel like I was constantly critiqued. Literally every time I get in my car to go over there, my stomach is in knots.
This isn't going to probably be that big of a rain event, but...
And then the skies open up. Hi, Isaac.
Hi.
Is
How are you
Mariah
doing?
upstairs?
Yeah, she's upstairs.
Hi, Mercy.
There's been tension with Olivia and I for a long time because she thinks I'm too controlling.
You won't have a choice of toothpaste. Like, what do you want people to say? Oh no, maybe you're right. No way.
And there were things, when they were engaged that I know she thinks that I disapproved of, but I really didn't.
I actually quite like Colgate. Don't get me wrong. 9 in 10 proved it. 9 out of 10 dentists. I don't know who the 10th bloke is. Adamantly against it. But the other 9, I side with them. Well, it's nice to know she's not a toothpaste freak.
All right, I'm gonna go help Mariah pack.
And the thing is, she never asked me. She never talked to me about it. I've just kind of accepted that as par for the course.
I think so.
Well, you shouldn't have to ask another adult's parents' permission if you could go out with them. Could you imagine? I'm trying to imagine me asking my mate's parents' permission if they can go outside when they have their own flat and live in London. It would probably be one of the least weirdest things around here. They'd probably actually go out more.
I'm hoping that letting Mariah go on this trip, that Olivia will see that I'm not this mean person that, wants to make her life miserable.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Hotel's toiletries, you don't need like shampoo or anything like that. You need any help deciding on outfits?
I don't think so. I think I decided most of it. I'll just see how much I can stuff in here. And this is not gonna set. Yeah, it's okay.
First time going this far without my parents. This is all like new and different, and I'm really excited.
All the way to California for the first time ever. Generally one of the most overrated places on the planet. Just people who scream at you. I went to California and somebody knocked on the door at 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody opened the door. We opened the door the next day to see blood all over the door. Horrible, like loads of it. It was grim. And then as I walked out with a mate of mine, Lewis Spears, who you guys may have seen on this channel, there was a guy stood in the corner of the room like this. Yeah, he was just making weird noises like that the entire time. And we had to try and get round him. It was like being in a video game. And not one of the ones that I enjoy. It was like being in a Resident Evil. The resident was me. And the people who are evil are the people of Los Angeles. Now, obviously, they have their holiday, and clearly it all goes wrong, because the Plath parents have confronted Ethan and Olivia. So let's see how this confrontation goes down.
We didn't want you over without us here, and you came over anyway.
What?
Before Ethan and Olivia got married, the family was all on the same page. We were all in the same boat together.
We were all brainwashed. We'd all managed to be brainwashed with the word of God. Nice one. Nobody was free thinking. There was no free will. And it was better that way.
Then it's really hard to work on that relationship. By you letting us be with Isaac, it shows that you trust us.
Do you think that there might be some blind spots that you're missing?
On everyone's part. And
Well, we all
anytime you
have
have a problem, everyone has a blind spot.
Yeah.
Dad, what do you mean by blind spot?
I mean thinking for yourself. That's not allowed. Don't do that. Don't do anything without us. That's what I mean. I am human, by the way. Trust me, guys.
It's character type things that may be occurring that you don't see. Olivia's resentful. Olivia doesn't think she is, but yet she is. It's a character flaw that doesn't build relationships.
You know, I married your son and I'm in your family now and I'm different and that has to be okay.
They don't want us hanging out with the kids until the issues between us four, meaning me and Ethan, Kim, and Barry, are resolved. I totally understand that, but when it comes to resolving those issues, a lot of them are theological differences, or they're super conservative and we're not.
Yeah, they're mental, we're normal. There's a bit of a problem with that. You can't really reason with the mental. You can try, and I have before. They're lost people. Let them be lost.
That's never gonna change.
I would love for this relationship to be fixed, but that does not equal me changing as a person. And I can't change who I am to make all this melt away.
As you should, Queen. You know, don't change for these nut jobs. Don't do that at all. They're balls to the walls insane.
I'm willing to work on it, but I mean, I can't change the essence of who I am.
Everything that was being said, I just wished so bad that I could leave.
That's mad. You probably could, mate. You're a fully grown adult. You got a car. You could leave. You could get in the car and leave, unless you're bound there by the will of God.
There's trust, it's easy for a healthy relationship. Where there's distrust, there's never going to be a healthy relationship.
My biggest problem is I just don't deal with it. So then it makes it harder for me to help her, and that's
then I
kind
just
of where...
sit and like spill it all for a long time, and you just sit there like.
I want to work on the relationship. I want to make this better. There's a lot of crap that's in here, but
They've got to just abandon the family. I mean, if they should just leave them behind. Leave the parents behind. You know, I can't really blame the kid because you know they've all been brainwashed from an early age. But like the husband's got to surely step in and say something to defend his wife, right? Can't just allow that to happen. I mean, maybe you can. You know, mummy and daddy, they win every time. It's sad. They shouldn't have this much power. You know, this is not how you raise children. You don't raise them to keep them like livestock. You've got cows for that.
a major one way, trusting us to spend time with Ethan's siblings.
Well, that's enough of Welcome to Plathville. I generally think this show is mental. The fact that these parents have so much control just absolutely terrifies me. If you guys want me to do another episode, or if there's anything else that you want to see me react to, please leave a comment and like this video. 10,000 likes would be greatly appreciated. And subscribe if you're new, and turn notifications on. And thank you guys for watching the podcast. I'll see you guys in a new video very soon. Bye.